public wishing to comment remotely at the Board of Commissioners' regular Monday night business meeting during designated public comment times, business and consent agenda, public hearings, and general issues, the following options are available. For internet users, please click on the raise hand feature to signal that you would like to comment. The sound will be unmuted and the internet participant should announce her or his name. The participant will be called upon to speak at the appropriate time. Closed captions have been enabled. Members of the public can view the link to the instructions in the chat. Please note that we would not be able to assist you should you experience technical difficulties. For call-in users, please dial *9 on your keypad to signal that you would like to comment. The last 4 digits of the call-in number will be announced, and the call-in participants should announce their first and last name. And I do want to note also, we have 2 public speaking opportunities. One at the very beginning of the meeting after our proclamations and resolutions, and that's strictly only for items on our consent agenda. And then at the end of our meeting, we do have a section for general issues, and that's at the very end of the meeting. And if you would like to sign up, you can do so in the back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dana. And typically we take the signups from Dana for who signed up to speak at the end of the meeting, and we go first through people who are in the building at the meeting in person, and then we'll go to online, and Dana will call on people online as their hands are raised. All right, so let's begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able to, please join us.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1A, Employee Service Award for Mia Alexander.
All right, this is an unusual and exciting opportunity for us to recognize one of our outstanding employees. And here to give the award is Citas Brooks. Yeah, come on up. Yeah, if you would, to the podium.
Good afternoon. Press that regards to Mia. Mia is a financial.
Mia is a financial analyst, payroll supervisor with Kitsap County Public Works. Mia graduated summa cum laude from St. Martin's College and earned her bachelor's degree with a double major in accounting and business administration with a concentration of management information systems and a member of Phi Theta Kappa Society. After graduating with honors with Pierce County. She has 13 years of experience as payroll supervisor and 5.5 years of financial analyst of experience as payroll supervisor and 5.5 years of financial analyst with finance division. Or laterally transferring to public work payroll in March of 2024. During her time with the county, Mia completed her county supervisory certificate program and received her certificate back in June of 2009 and also received her yellow belt certificate for peak and training program. She has maintained her professional development through attending the annual Washington Financial Officer Association conferences. She has also taken time out of her busy schedule to attend a 3-day course and passed the test to receive her certificate in payroll accounting. Mia supervises 3 staff members in auditing of the payroll for Public Works Department, assists in the annual budget process, and provides support wherever needed within the division. She enjoys volunteering as time allows and helped out at the Kitsap County Fairgrounds, manning the table for Call Before You Dig 811. Under the direction of Mr. Dale Blackwood, the booth won the certificate as the booth with the most swagger. She has also dedicated time to help with United Way campaign and has been recognized by Kitsap County Board of Commissioners for the support serving as the Kitsap County Idol Coordinator. In her spare time, Mia enjoys singing, traveling, sunny beaches, whoops, martial arts, and has recently returned from a mission trip from Mongolia. She is truly an asset to Kitsap County. Thank you. And where is she at? Here is your 20-year certificate. Congratulations.
Did you see, you thought, Mia, you received a standing ovation from Public Works back there.
Thank you, everybody. It has truly been a pleasure working here in Kitsap County.
Well, we are honored that you have served the people of Kitsap County for 20 years and you continue to be such a great member of our community. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Not going anywhere.
All right, and Mia, we would like to take a quick photo with you. Commissioner Walters ran upstairs because I forgot to bring our county coin to award to you. Yeah, so let's come up front for a photo.
I'll go on his account.
Thank you.
Have to do anything after this.
That was fun.
All right. Dana, the next item on the agenda. Yeah.
Item number 2A, resolution appointing Allena Koch to the Kingston Community Advisory Council for a 1-year youth term ending August 31st, 2026.
I think Elena's here. Yes. Okay. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
I make a motion to approve the resolution for Allena Koch to the Kingston Community Advisory Council.
Second.
Okay. The motion's been made and seconded. I'd like to say a couple of words about this position and about Allena. The Kingston Community Advisory Council was formed to provide a forum for community discussion on the many issues and interests found in the community. Its goal is to enhance communication between the people of the Kingston area and Kitsap County government, and to coordinate efforts of council and community members working to improve the Kingston community. Allena is a 4th-generation Kingstonite and a junior at Kingston High School. She brings a deep passion for the community and the environment. She holds a variety of leadership roles at school, including serving as the ASB treasurer, that's the Associated Student Body Treasurer, and the Key Interact Club secretary. She recognizes the importance of supporting local businesses and regularly enjoys working on projects with Kiwanis and Rotary. She looks forward to representing her fellow youths and peers as a member of the advisory council. There we are. Okay. So if there is no further discussion, has been made. All those in favor of the resolution appointing Allena Koch to the Kingston Community Advisory Council, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries unanimously. And Allena, would you like to come up and say a few words?
Okay, sorry. I'm just really happy to take on this role and support the community more. And that's kind of it. But yeah, thank you guys.
Great. Thank you for stepping forward. I know everybody is excited for you to join the group.
Thank you.
Okay, one more round.
Item 2B, resolution appointing Lauren Melone to the Developmental Disabilities Advisory Board for a 3-year term ending September 7th, 2028.
Okay, and is Lauren here? All right, well, Lauren also happens to be from the district number 1 from the county, so I get to do the honors again.
He's online.
Oh, she's online. Great. Okay. Is there a motion?
Sure. I move to appoint Lauren Melone to the Developmental Disabilities Advisory Board for a 3-year term ending September 7th, 2028.
I'll second.
Very good. The Developmental Disabilities Advisory Board's mission is to promote choice, opportunity, and support for people with disabilities in an enhanced community where all people are included, respected, and dignified. Board responsibilities include reviewing service plans, applications for funding, and budget expenditures. The board makes recommendations regarding developmental disabilities services funded through Kitsap County and provides community education on developmental disabilities. Lauren is a clinically certified speech language pathologist who works primarily with transition age students, that's students leaving high school. She hopes to gain a better understanding of the post-school landscape to support students preparing for their transition into the workforce. She also serves on the Council for Exceptional Children's Division on Career Development and Transition Policy and Advocacy Committee, as well as the Human Rights and Diversity Committee. She's involved with CrossFit and youth recreation and is an assistant basketball coach. Increasing inclusion in recreation and leisure environments, transportation accessibility, and competitive integrated employment are areas she is particularly passionate about. So I think a great find for this board. Thanks for stepping up, Lauren.
Thank you.
All those in favor of the resolution? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries and the resolution is adopted. Lauren, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm really looking forward to meeting other community members who are serving our citizens with disabilities and their families, and just excited to get to work. So thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Should we clap even though she can't hear us? Thank you, Lauren.
Item 2C, resolution appointing Dr. Kenneth Klein to the Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council for a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2027.
Is there a motion?
I move to appoint Dr. Kenneth Klein, District 1, to the Area Aging Advisory Council for a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2027.
Second?
Okay. The motion has been made and seconded to approve a resolution appointing Kenneth Klein to the Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council. That council is in charge. It oversees and advises on the development and implementation of the Area Plan for Aging Services, which is funded through Kitsap County. They conduct public meetings and they represent the interests of older persons. They review and comment on all community policies, programs, and actions which could affect older persons. Dr. Klein is a 28-year resident of Kitsap County and volunteered to offer his knowledge, expertise, and time to optimize care for seniors. He is an internal medicine specialist with deep experience caring for older people in hospital, outpatient, and extended care settings. He's very active in advising and caring for numerous seniors, family, friends, and neighbors, many of whom are over 90 years old. He helps them acquire age-appropriate medical care and to navigate the medical care and insurance systems. Sometimes he even helps organize their homes. So he is an active member of the Bainbridge Island Medical Reserve Corps, a certified wilderness first responder, and a Bainbridge Cert and Bearers member. During the COVID pandemic, he frequently visited older people in their homes to do COVID testing and administer vaccinations under the auspices of the Medical Reserve Corps and Medical Teams International. And so Dr. Klein has been very active. And again, we have an exemplary volunteer for our council. Any other comments?
He is online.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion to approve the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. The resolution appointing Dr. Kenneth Klein is adopted. Dr. Klein, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. I'd just like to say thank you very much for nominating me to this position. You mentioned, as a physician, as a caregiver for older folks, and as an older person myself, I'm very enthusiastic about sharing my expertise and my perspective. So thank you again, and I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and work hard.
All right, we're ready to let you do that. Thank you so much. All right, round of applause. And our last appointment for the evening.
Item 2D, resolution appointing Linda Navage to the Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council for a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2027.
I'm happy to make the motion to appoint Linda Navage to the Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council for a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2027.
And I second.
Okay, so Linda is going to be joining Dr. Klein on this council, which I explained previously what that role is. Linda herself has an extensive background working with seniors and giving back to the community. She has experience as a guardian and geriatric health professional. She operated Elder Solutions. She has an in-depth knowledge of the issues seniors face and advocates on their behalf. She has served on boards and committees at the state, county, and local level, including the State Council on Aging, Older Adult Treatment and Services Committee, Hospice of Kitsap County, and many more. She is an active member of the Bainbridge Island Senior Center and participates in many of their regular activities. She also was part of the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Advisory Council. So again, another highly qualified volunteer. Okay, any further discussion? All right, all those in favor of the motion to appoint Linda Navage to the Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries unanimously. Linda, are you online?
She is not.
Okay. All right, thank you for your service, Linda. And we'll move on to the next item.
Item 3A, resolution proclaiming September 15th through October 15th, 2025 as Hispanic Heritage Month in Kitsap County.
And we're welcoming to the podium Kimberly Williams to read the resolution. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you so much, Commissioners. Good evening. Whereas this month we pause to celebrate the over 65 million Hispanic Americans with more than 35,000 here in Kitsap County. Their families are a vital part of our beloved community here in Kitsap County, bringing a richness of culture, a robust addition to our workforce, and friendly neighbors in our communities. And whereas this month began as a week-long celebration in 1968 and then expanded to a month in 1988, spotlighting and celebrating the independence days of many Latin American countries: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Mexico, Chile, and Belize. We recognize the beauty and strength represented by each of these nations and celebrate their histories, accomplishments, and contributions to this country and to Kitsap County. And whereas these families are faced with adversity here in their new home of Kitsap County and across this country as they seek to attain the American dream of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yet, we remain committed to ensuring that we protect and promote the safety, health, and well-being of all county residents in an accessible, efficient, effective, and responsive manner. And whereas we express gratitude for the innumerable gifts, sacrifices, and contributions of generations of Hispanic and Latin Americans to our music, our restaurants, our infrastructure, our roads, our parks, our entertainment, our courts, and so much more, both here in Kitsap County and all over the United States of America. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Kitsap County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim September 15th through October 15th, Hispanic Heritage Month here in Kitsap County, and encourages all to honor, commemorate, and share with others this month's special meaning.
Okay, thank you so much, Kimberly. So I will make the motion. I move to proclaim September 15th through October 15th, 2025 as Hispanic Heritage Month in Kitsap County.
I'll second the motion.
All right.
Right.
Any further discussion?
Oh,
No, thank you so much for bringing this to us. So let's vote.
all right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that motion passes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Commissioners, should we wait for just a minute? Oh, go ahead. Okay. Item 3B, resolution proclaiming September 2025 as Workforce Development Professionals Month in Kitsap County.
And I think Mr. Dowling's here with our presentation. Oh, I do? Hold on. Would you like on? Do you want it or do you want me to read it?
Either way, I'm happy to. I'll give him my computer. I'll wait.
We got it.
For my source. Okay. Yes, sir.
Proclaiming September 2025 as Workforce Development Professionals Month in Kitsap County. Whereas a skilled, resilient, and adaptive workforce is essential to Kitsap County's economic vitality, community well-being, and long-term prosperity, and whereas the economic development of every region in our country and the ability of our businesses and industries to compete in a global economy are more than ever dependent upon the ability and quality of a skilled workforce and a robust talent pipeline, and whereas workforce development professionals play a critical role in helping job seekers gain skills and opportunities they need to thrive, supporting employers in finding and retaining talent, and aligning workforce training with the needs of a rapidly changing economy, and whereas these professionals include case managers, career counselors, educators, trainers, labor representatives, economic development specialists, and other partners working across public, private, nonprofit, and educational sectors, and whereas Kitsap County's workforce development system, including WorkSource Kitsap, Olympic Workforce Development Council, Olympic College, and local employers, continues to provide essential services that uplift individuals and strengthen communities. And whereas employers depend upon the workforce development professionals to help them recruit, maintain a competitive workforce, and continually upgrade the skill set of their incumbent employees, and whereas the month of September has been designated nationally as the Workforce Development Professionals Month to recognize and celebrate the achievements and dedication of those who serve in this vital field. Now, therefore, we, the Kitsap Board of County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim September 2025 as Workforce Development Professionals Month in Kitsap County and urge all residents to join us in recognizing this vital contribution these professionals make to the economic health and social fabric of our community.
Thank you, Bill. Did you guys already motion?
We have not made a motion yet.
All right, let's move.
All right. I move to proclaim September 2025 as Workforce Development Professionals Month in Kitsap County.
I proudly second that.
Okay.
Proudly second that.
Is there any further discussion? Thank you for
No,
the
thank
excellent
you.
work that you do. Or we haven't voted yet, though. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. The resolution proclaiming September 2025 as Workforce Development Professionals Month is adopted. Thank you.
Item 3C, resolution proclaiming September 15th through September 21st, 2025 as National Diaper Need Awareness Week in Kitsap County.
Good evening. My name is Melanie Magnanet. I'm with Kidvantage in Bremerton. I'm the programs coordinator there.
Wonderful.
Um,
You need to bring the microphone a little closer or move in a little closer.
Sorry. Okay.
Wonderful.
Should I introduce myself again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Melanie Magnanet, and I'm the programs coordinator with Kidvantage in Bremerton. Proclamation recognizing September 15th through September 21st, 2025 as National Diaper Need Awareness Week in Kitsap County, Washington. Whereas diaper need, the condition of not being able to afford a sufficient supply of clean diapers to keep babies and toddlers clean, dry, and healthy, can adversely affect the health and well-being of children and their families. And whereas national surveys and research studies report that nearly 1 in 2 families struggle with diaper need, and 48% of families delay changing a diaper to extend the available supply. And whereas a daily or weekly supply of diapers is generally an eligibility requirement for babies and toddlers to participate in childcare programs and quality early education programs that enable children to thrive and parents to work. And whereas many parents struggling with diaper need report missing an average of 5 days a month, 5 days of work each month due to an insufficient supply of diapers. And whereas without enough diapers, babies and toddlers risk infections and health problems that may require medical attention, resulting in medical costs, and parents may be prevented from accessing childcare needed to go to work or school, thereby destabilizing the family's economic prospects and well-being. And whereas the people of Kitsap County recognize that diaper need is a public health issue, and addressing diaper need can lead to economic opportunity for the state's families and communities and improved health for children, thus ensuring all children and families have access to the basic necessities required to thrive and reach their full potential. And whereas Kitsap County is proud to be home to a trusted community-based organizations like Holly Ridge Center, Bremerton Food Line, Agape Unlimited, specifically their PCAP program, and many others that recognize the importance of diapers in ensuring health and providing economic stability for families, and partner with Kidvantage to distribute diapers to families throughout Kitsap County. And whereas through their important work of addressing diaper need, diaper banks play a critical role in supporting families, improving infant health and well-being, and advancing our local and state economic growth. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Kitsap County Board of Commissioners on this 8th day of September 2025, the week of Monday, September 15th, 2025 through Sunday, September 21st, 2025, be declared National Diaper Need Awareness Week throughout Kitsap County.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Do you want to make it?
I'd be honored to make a motion recognizing September 15th through September 21st, 2025 as National Diaper Need Awareness Week in Kitsap County, Washington.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion?
Well, first, I want to thank you for bringing this important issue to us, and so bringing awareness to our community. And I want to reinforce that those who want to make donations of diapers can donate to Holly Ridge Center, Bremerton Food Line, or Agape Unlimited, or other places. If your church collects diapers, or like St. Vincent de Paul, I know also collects diapers, but to make this an opportunity for you to be aware of this and to collect some diapers. I think it's a wonderful opportunity to bring this forward.
And also, it's my understanding that you have a donation box back there because we're going to do a diaper drive in September in this building to see if we can get some diapers for you.
That's correct.
That's correct. Excellent.
Yes.
And with that, after we vote on this, I have a presentation to make to you from the Board of Commissioners.
Oh, thank you.
But all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. The resolution proclaiming National Diaper Need Awareness Week, September 15th, is adopted. I hope that this can help you.
Thank you.
With your advertising. All right, and let me give you your first donation.
Okay. Yay.
174 diapers. Thank you.
If I may paint a picture, this 174 diapers divides by 4 a couple of times. So this will be for probably 3 or 4 kids, which is amazing because those 3 or 4 kids had Huggies otherwise. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much.
That's all you do.
County Administrator, do you have comments?
Boy, that's hard to follow. All right, I had a few things. Just a couple of hospitality items for the folks in the room. We do have extra copies of the agenda in the back. Sorry, we ran out, but I had some more printed, so please feel free to help yourself. And then also wanted to note, so agenda copies. Oh, public comment. We also had a sheet back there that was brought up to the chair as it normally is, but I have a piece of paper right here and I'll put one in the back as well. We want to collect anybody else in the room who'd like to give public comment. So if you haven't signed up yet, please make sure to do so and we'll make sure that you're called on. And then the other one, thank you for your patience with the audio. We were just having some trouble getting it loud enough for the folks in the room without making feedback. So my sincere thanks to IS. But if you hear any problems or anybody here has concerns about being able to participate, please let me know. So we're here to make sure it's a good environment for everybody. And then outside of the room and for everyone, wanted to note that the community survey closes today. So everyone is encouraged to go to the county website, and on the homepage, it says on the first link that the community survey is open. So please encourage all your friends and neighbors. Closes tonight. Thank you, Madam Chair.
And Madam Administrator, did you want to introduce our new Public Works Director?
I would be delighted. He's in the back, like all directors try to do. Mr. Corey Anglesey is our new Public Works Director. So I'd like to make sure to introduce him here at the board meeting. Corey comes to us with 26 years of experience. Correct me if I'm wrong on the numbers, but close enough. All right, probably more than that. Most recently is the Public Works Officer for Naval-Based Kitsap. So we are delighted to have him and his excellent experience here. And then my sincere thanks as well to the folks at Public Works, your participation in a very collaborative process, making sure that we understood the department needs as well. So thank you, board, for your support.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Corey.
This is the opportunity for the public to address the board on regular business agenda, including consent agenda.
I did not have anybody signed up in person in this room that wanted to speak on something that's on the agenda. It seems like people are here for the open public comment at the end, towards the end of the meeting. So just, I'm looking at body language. That looks good. Is there anybody online, Dana?
And there is no one online.
Okay.
I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
A second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. The consent agenda is adopted.
Item 5G, revenue contract with Washington State Employment Security Department to provide funding to manage employment and training programs for adult dislocated workers and youth in Klein, Jefferson, and Kitsap counties. Services include job search skill training, work experience jobs, on-the-job training, occupational skill training, supportive services, job counseling, follow-up services, and basic skills.
Well, how awesome that you're getting this contract signed during Workforce Development Month.
We're super excited by that, Commissioner.
Good.
So this is actually, the Olympic Consortium received $2,200,265 in program year 2025 in federal workforce innovation and opportunity funds, which is what this is. $765,717 are to serve 229 eligible adult participants with employment and training services. $766,000 is to serve 65 eligible dislocated worker participants. Dislocated workers are those who have lost their job due to no fault of their own, and we're certainly seeing that now coming in. And then we have $668,495 to serve 112 eligible youth participants as part of our youth program. Funding will support workforce development activities, programs, including job training, career services, and support local employers as well with education and training opportunities for their employees as well.
Okay, any questions? I have one question. It looks like the contract is coming from the state, but it's federal dollars mostly, correct?
That is correct. It's just a pass through the Employment Security Department. Well, I shouldn't say pass through. They take their 10%.
Okay, all right, any other?
We all laugh.
Yeah.
right?
Ironically. Is there any other discussion? All right,
I just got to say, thank you for all you do. This is very important, especially for our youth coming up. It's very important for them to get in the workforce early and vast. So thank you.
Thank you.
yeah, and you're doing this on behalf of the other two peninsula counties this
This is
week as
correct.
well.
Yeah, this is a reception, and Kitsap County is the program operator for Klein and Jefferson as well.
Very good.
This is a very successful program for us.
Appreciate your support.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
I don't think so.
It was.
No,
We didn't make.
No,
we
but I
need a-
would-
Sorry about that.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
do
to
it.
make
Let's
that.
do it.
I'm happy
Do it.
to approve the revenue contract with Washington State Employment Security Department, KC-391-25, to provide funding to manage employment and training programs for adult dislocated workers and youth in Clallam, Jefferson, and Kitsap counties.
I second.
Okay, then now the motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries unanimously. Thank you for your work. Okay, and the next two items are housekeeping pretty much.
Item 10D, resolution accepting KC 108-23 National Avenue and Loxie Egan's Boulevard safety and overlay improvements as complete in Commissioner District 2.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Madam Chair, Rolfus, Commissioner Root, and Commissioner Walters. My name is Stacey Smith. I am the Public Works Engineering Roads Manager and the Project Manager for the Fairgrounds Road Sidewalk Improvement Project. I am pleased to stand before you today to request that the board adopt the resolution to accept KC 108-23, the National Avenue and Loxie Egan's Boulevard Safety and Overlay improvements in Commissioner District 2 as complete. I know.
Are you also going to do the fairgrounds?
I am.
Okay.
So I can just do back to back.
Yeah, we'll do them back to back.
Okay, sounds good. So may I share my screen? I understand you want to see some before and after photos, so we just
We
did
do.
a quick
It's a-
presentation.
And this was a Safe Routes to School project as well, right? Rithra says, like, oh, it's near the school.
The funding is actually from the Surface Transportation Block Grant, but it's pretty much like a safe routes to school. So let's start with, bear with me here. You're not ready for questions yet. All right, there we go. So a little bit about the project. The project is located in Central Kitsap on National Avenue and Loxie Egan's Boulevard. Kitsap County successfully applied and received a grant from the Puget Sound Regional Council to support the regional and military centers by reducing conflicts and safety concerns between pedestrians and vehicles, preserve the roadway pavement, and improve operations at the National Avenue and Loxie Egan's Boulevard intersection. So just to kind of give you an idea where it is, this is the Auto Center Way. To your west is the Auto Center Way, very busy interchange. And then you've got West Hill Stems on the east side. So there's a school in the middle of like a commercial and industrial area. And then there's like, it's surrounded by neighborhoods and residents. So the project, like it says here, we added sidewalk bike lanes to improve pedestrian safety. We extended, we did some rechannelization and extended a right turn lane, and I'll have photos of that. And we did some pavement overlay to address some poor pavement conditions. So here's the before photos. So you could see on the right of your screen, the intersection you see is Loxie Egan's and National. To the north of it is commercial. And then behind that are residents. And so kids are walking, and the school is on the southeast corner. That's the red roof. So kids are walking through this commercial district, and there's no access control. Everyone just comes off the commercial, cars everywhere. There's no pedestrian facilities. There's no bike lanes. And then to the south of the intersection, you see the intersection in front of you. You see that there's a through and left turn lane, a right lane. And so kids are basically walking on the right turn pocket as they head to the school that you see like on the, you kind of see the red roof. They have to cross the street. There's no curb ramps, there's no protection. And then to the south of the intersection are all residents. So they're coming from both ends, and that's the school walking route. So what this project did, and this is, you could see, we still have, they're putting up the new signal poles. What we did is this project allowed for us to optimize the signal. So not only did we extend the right turn pocket, we also optimized the signal, and we built pedestrian accessible curb ramps and also push buttons. So now they're now audible. So that's the latest technology for those push buttons. And then if you keep looking down towards the water, we installed bike lanes and sidewalks all the way to the end of the school walking route. And then all the curb ramps were also redone. And then here's another view of the intersection. So you'll see that we have new signals. The orange that you see there is the temporary signals, because we kept this operational. We never closed the intersection while we were doing construction. In order to extend the right turn lane, we had to close L Street. And what that did is it reduced the pedestrian and vehicle conflicts. And we worked closely with Bremerton Fire Department, because they're the ones that actually support this. And also even Central Kitsap. So I think, no, actually it's South Kitsap. So we worked closely with them, so they were aware that we were closing the roadway, and we provided a turnaround for them at that we purchased as part of this project. So with that, are there any questions? Great.
Do we still own that empty vacant lot?
Yes, we do. I believe it's still county property, but I understand the adjacent property owner may be interested in it, so.
Okay.
I have to say, I've driven it a couple times and it's great. It's nice.
I propose we see the next presentation, and then we can do the resolutions.
Sure. I could do that.
Are you ready? You want us to buy you some time by moving?
I'm ready. Thank you, though.
I can read into the record.
Okay.
Item 10E, resolution accepting KC 398-23, Fairgrounds Road sidewalk improvements with Sound Construction LLC as complete in Commissioner District 3.
Hello, I'm still Stacey Smith, and I am the project manager for this project as well. I stand before you to request that the board adopt a resolution to accept KC 398-23 Fairgrounds Road Sidewalk Improvements Project with Sound Construction as complete. So a little bit about the project. So again, we did another non-motorized improvement project. This, you could see from the aerial photo that you see the Silver Spurs Equestrian. If you're familiar with this area, to the west of it is the Kitsap County Fairgrounds. So and also you have 3 schools that are surrounding this area. You've got Olympic High School to the west, and then on the east, you've got 2 middle schools, and then to the south it's an elementary school. So there's a lot of pedestrians and a lot of families that just walk because they can get to Lobie Fields for soccer or whatever's happening in the fairgrounds. The project is located in Central Kitsap on Fairgrounds Road between Woodridge Lane and Nelson Road in Commissioner District 3. The goal of the project is to provide the public with opportunities to make choices among alternative modes of travel and to emphasize moving people rather than vehicles. Kitsap County, again, successfully received a federal grant from the Puget Sound Regional Council to provide a safe, non-motorized system for all people of all abilities and promote safe routes to school. So I took these photos because I live around this area, and it's so easy to find photos where kids, students, and you see the lady in the middle in a scooter with 3 bags of groceries with her. So when you see this, it's impactful why these projects matter, right? So Fairgrounds Road, like I said, supports three 3-4 schools. It also has a commercial, a retail center to the south. So it has a lot of traffic. I've even seen families with their kids in the little bikes riding on the shoulder. So after the project was completed, we added sidewalks on both sides, including accessible curb ramps at the intersections, an eastbound bike lane because it's the uphill side. So to provide them a little bit more time to get uphill, and a westbound shared use lane. So just a wider lane to still support bicycles. And we added additional lighting. We also added conveyance piping and catch basins to collect stormwater. In addition, as typical of all our projects, the picture you see here is the bioretention facility. We treat all of the stormwater runoff either by directing them directly into this bioretention facility, or it's discharged back into existing outfalls into the ditch. So it's infiltrated back into the ground before it's reintroduced back to the nearby creek. And that's the finished product.
Looks
Any
like a rip of
questions?
the sidewalk. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful project, and it was really fun during the fair to see so many families walking to the fairgrounds. And now that's back to school. We'll see them walking to school.
That's right.
Yeah, congratulations on a jobs well done.
Thank you.
So,
Team effort for sure. Thank you.
Absolutely.
all right, who wants to make a motion for D?
I could do it. Make a motion. Let's go. I move to, I'm just going to combine them both here. You want to do them separately? Or
You have to
combine?
do them
You have to do it
Separately?
separately.
Okay, let's do it.
Mhm.
And I'll do one.
Okay. Let's go. I move to approve the resolution KC TAC 108 TAC 23, the National Avenue and Lockhegan's Boulevard Safety and Overlay Improvements in District 2.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. The resolution accepting KC 108-23 is adopted.
Thank you.
And then
Mhm.
can I go right ahead and since it's already been read into the record, I move to accept KC 398-23 Fairgrounds Road Sidewalk Improvements with Sound Construction LLC as complete in Commissioner District 3.
I second the motion.
Any further discussion? It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries unanimously and the resolution accepting KC TAC 398 TAC 23 is adopted.
Thank you very much. Nice work.
We have no public hearings this evening, commissioners. So moving on, this is the opportunity for the public to address the board on general interests.
Okay, and we have a lively and diverse sign-up sheet with about a dozen people signed up. I'm going to read you in the order in which you signed up. And there is a 2-minute clock that comes up. And when your 2 minutes is done, it plays a nice little comforting noise just to give you a heads up. And so we ask people to stick to 2 minutes. So the first person up is Al Van Cleve. And then after Al is Gina and then Kim. So Al? Alan. Did I say Alan?
Hello, Commissioners. My name is Al Van Cleve. I am a 20-year-plus resident of Olalla. I have recently inquired as to what is on all the commissioners' hearts and minds in terms of the financial crisis that is not coming, but is now here. I received direction to a county survey, which only listed 2 options to the fiscal issue, and that was to raise property taxes or sales taxes. No other options or considerations of cutting expenditures like what we in the private sector have to do. The good news is that I've discovered a cost-cutting measure, which is this. If the county ceases its bureaucratic procedures, e.g. legal action against the Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club, we could curtail sizable spending of citizens' resources. It is my understanding that this organization, per county documentation, is grandfathered in and that legalities have been ongoing since 1990s. I have also learned that a figure of $2 to $3 million in legal fees between both sides, including taxpayer resources, have been spent in this battle. It seems to me that if the county had a legitimate case against this organization in suppressing this group's constitutional property and Second Amendment rights, it would not drag on for 3 decades at the cost of millions in resources through the DCD. I call on all 3 commissioners to look into this and do the right thing in upholding the constitutions of both the state of Washington and the United States in this matter, as it is in your power to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. Gina?
My name is Gina Cole. My name is Gina Cole. I'm a wife, mom, and Gigi, and I love Jesus, the Constitution, nutrition, and for today's opportunity, financial accountability. According to Webster, financial accountability is the obligation to be answerable for the responsible use and management of money and financial resources. It involves taking ownership of financial actions and outcomes, adhering to ethical standards, and demonstrating transparency in how funds are allocated and spent. A key component is maintaining accurate financial records and transparent reporting so that we, the stakeholders, us taxpayers, can trust the information and make informed decisions. When my husband, a CPA specializing in forensic accounting, and I were first married, we set up a budget to live within our means, income, as money does not grow on trees, nor do we borrow money from friends and family, but instead are responsible with funds and value financial stewardship and accountability. Budgeting 101 is not spending more than you bring in and setting up line items of expenses, prioritizing need over want. We set up our budget with the envelope system, cash in each envelope that was designated for living expenses, necessities such as food, housing, utilities, and only fund if there was money, which often was not the case, as financial accountability matters. And when the designated funds were empty, no additional purchases were approved until the next pay period. As a taxpayer and concerned community member, I have not observed any financial requests rejected here. May I suggest the envelope system to build trust with we, the tax-paying stakeholders, as financial stewardship and financial accountability matters.
Thank you, Gina. Kim is next, and then after Kim will be Peggy Erickson and Molly Brooks.
Hi, I'm Kim Van Cleve from Allena, 20-year resident, and I'm responding to the Kitsap County Budget Survey that's ending today, specifically in regard to questions regarding increasing taxes. What I'd like to share is what the city of Citas did a few years ago by their city council without raising taxes. They were able to recover from a $2.5 million deficit they inherited when they took office. They increased the quality of county services and infrastructure at lower cost. They attained a $20 million budget surplus. They formulated a 5-year sustainable budget. They had 0 increase in property taxes 3 years in a row. They reduced overall taxes by retiring a utility tax. They improved sidewalks and infrastructure, and they hired 7 more full-time police officers. Some of the things that they did to accomplish this were they examined every voucher for miscellaneous expenses and questioned and reviewed whether certain expenses were really necessary. They gave guidance to staff regarding spending based on this review. They did the same with contractors who contracted with the county. They use different vendors with the result of more affordable and better services when needed, resulting in a savings of $150,000 a year, enough to hire another police officer. They supervised and educated staff in regard to best practices in serving their customers, i.e. county taxpayers. They evaluated the jobs of high salaried persons when they left and whether they needed to be replaced, since lower salaried persons were often doing the work. They ensured that private parties using government services paid the expenses. They have general consciousness that public servants are spending money of those that they serve. And a couple points. Government shouldn't be in the business of losing money, as then it becomes a burden to those they serve, the taxpayers. Anyone can do this. It doesn't take a special skill set. And process improvement and quality control, which are de rigueur in the private sector, can offer higher quality at lower cost. And since reviewing the budget for these issues can seem overwhelming, I'm offering my services to help in this, and I'm more than happy to recruit other volunteers who I'm sure would be happy to do so as well. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Kim, and thank you for the link you sent. For folks who are here to comment on the budget, or at least for the last three people who spoke, we're going to start our budget hearings next week. And there will be a kind of they call it a pivot chart, but a publicly accessible spreadsheet kind of a thing up online this week. So you can see what the budget submissions were of each of the departments. And that's an opportunity for the public to get in depth with it. We gave the different departments, we requested that everybody hold their spending to their 2025 levels, which resulted in some of the creativity that you just mentioned coming forward, and you'll be able to see that. And if you want to follow our budget hearings, they're all in this building, and I think they're available online too. Are they?
They will.
Yeah. So thanks for your help with that and your interest. Peggy.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for your service to our county. My name is Peggy Erickson, and I'm a member of the Kitsap E-Race, that's Equity Race and Community Engagement Coalition Housing Team. And we have developed an unhoused Bill of Rights for Kitsap residents. And we'll be emailing this to you after tonight. But tonight we're working on reading it into the record. And we haven't got much time, so I'm gonna go right into it. Kitsap Erase Coalition supports the rights of our unhoused neighbors to live free from harassment, sweeps, and intrusions. We support the use of public funds to provide housing and basic needs to unhoused neighbors, and believe that the use of public spaces to support unhoused people is a higher priority than recreational uses. We believe unhoused people in Kitsap County have the following rights: the right to be treated with dignity and respect at all times, the right not to be criminalized. There should be no assumptions of criminality associated with unhoused people. The right to a voice in decisions that impact them. Our unhoused neighbors know what support and services they need. They should be included in discussions and decisions that will impact them. The right to shelter. Providing shelters and affordable housing to unhoused people should be a top priority for all jurisdictions in Kitsap. Unhoused people should be able to choose whether to accept housing. Kitsap needs to increase the number of safe shelter beds available. If unhoused people choose to live in tents, RVs, or other kinds of shelter, they should not be harassed. Parks and designated spaces for unhoused people should be provided so they have a place to be. The right to sanitation facilities, including restrooms, showers, and laundries. All jurisdictions in Kitsap should provide free public sanitation facilities for the use of unhoused people. And Molly will continue.
I was wondering if Molly and Patricia were going to help with this. Are you Molly?
Yeah.
Okay, Molly Brooks.
Molly Brooks. I'm one of the leaders of Kitsap Erase Housing Systems team. And I'm going to continue reading this. The right to keep their possessions. No jurisdiction in Kitsap has the right to confiscate or dispose of the possessions of unhoused people. The right to inhabit public spaces. Unhoused people have the right to inhabit public spaces free from harassment. The right to nutritious food. Nutritious food should be easily accessible and available to our unhoused neighbors. SNAP benefits are woefully inadequate and supplemental programs are needed. The right to services to support basic needs. Unhoused people in Kitsap should be provided with emergency provisions when needed, such as tents, protective clothing, diapers, formula, sanitary products, toiletries, socks, underwear, pet food, and other necessities. We support the use of public funds to meet the basic needs of unhoused people. The right to transportation. Unhoused people in Kitsap should be given free access to Kitsap transit systems so that they can travel to appointments and services. The right to keep their families intact. Our unhoused neighbors should be supported with services that enable them to keep their children with them. Families should be accommodated in shelters and not separated. The right to accessible, respectful, and professional health care services. Unhoused people in Kitsap should be able to access health care services for themselves and their children. This includes basic health care services, mental and behavioral health services, substance use disorder rehabilitation services, dental services, and prescription medications. We support the use of public funds to meet the health care needs of our unhoused neighbors. The right to postal services. Unhoused people in Kitsap should be provided addresses so they can easily receive mail. The right to a phone. Unhoused people should be able to receive and make phone calls and have a phone to conduct their personal business. The right to work. Unhoused people should have the right to apply for jobs and be employed.
Okay, and Patricia Morris is next. It sounds like you're going to wrap up the resolution.
16.
Hi, I'm Patricia Morris. I'm also part of the Kitsap Erase Coalition Housing Committee. The right to vote. Unhoused people should be able to declare which jurisdiction they live in and be able to register to vote. 17. The right to keep their pets. Many of our unhoused neighbors have deep relationships with their pets. They should have the right to keep their pets with them as they access services and programs. The right to access. Accommodation should be made to ensure each unhoused individual is able to access services. This includes things like ramps, interpreters, Braille, AACs, augmented and alternative communication, translations, and other needed accessibility services. The right not to be mistreated based on race, ability, religion, creed, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, age, mode of communication, language devices, etc. Mental health and intellectual abilities, neurodiversity, and any other marginalized status. I'd just like to say in the next few seconds I have left that whenever I'm walking down the street and I see a homeless person, I wonder where they're going and what they're doing. And I realize there's so many reasons to be homeless, whether it be mental health, drug addiction, financial, losing your housing because of job insecurity, whatever the reason, I don't know. But every single human being is like me, and there but for fortune could be homeless as well. And these rights are just so important for our unhoused neighbors if we are to have a healthy community.
Well, thank you to all three of you for bringing that forward, and we'll look forward to receiving it as a whole document. Yeah, you can leave it here with the county administrator if you'd like. Very good. All right, next up is Marcus Carter, and after Marcus is Andrew Olson, and then Charles DaCosta.
Evening, Commissioners. Good to see you again. I'm here tonight representing Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club. As you know, you've been receiving emails. I've been receiving emails and copies of emails. And unfortunately, the issue with the gun club has gone on for so long that many times reading some of these it reminds me of the game as a kid, telephone, where you tell someone a truth and it gets passed around the room and then pretty soon it's just unrecognizable. And unfortunately, I've seen some of that in some of the emails that have gone back and forth. So what I'm here tonight for is to formally ask the county commissioners to put us on the agenda for the October 13th meeting to make a presentation about Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club, what we do, what we have done to help the county with their concerns with Kitsap County Code 1025, et cetera, and what we've done there. So I think that's honestly going to be the best way for the people in our community to be able to see and understand the history of our club and what we've done and what we can do moving forward. So who would I talk to, or what do I need to do to see about getting put on the agenda for the October 13th meeting?
Be me and the county administrator.
Okay, so
It's an unusual request, so we'll have to figure out how to meet your objective.
sure. I know that the county has several times allowed organizations to make a presentation of what they do, what they can accomplish, et cetera. And so we're asking for just the same thing. We've been here in the community for almost 100 years, and unfortunately, it has gone on a little further than it should. And I will tell you, I have been telling folks that I'm excited about the potential about what's going on and what's happening. The county has put some really great people into position to take an honest look at issues involved. And so, again, I'm excited about the result. One last thing I'd like to throw out real quick is I also took that survey today that you went into, and that was one thing that did catch me on the financial side was there was it was just about raising taxes one way or the other, and no option for, no, maybe we should look at cutting spending. So it was just something that I noted as well. Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you. Andrew Olson.
Hello, my name is Andrew Olson. I live in Bremerton, and I'm also adding myself to the fray to help try to negotiate the release of the Kitsap County Rifle and Revolver Club. And I'd like to thank Katie Walters for answering a question on email as to who to pursue to ask for what has gone on in the past. And I hope to see you guys about this and to track this strange conundrum that's going on that seems a mass of confusion. And as a matter of fact, I respectfully kind of hope you get sick of seeing me here about it. But I'll see you guys. Thank you.
Andrew, you are always welcome. We will never be sick of you. The next person up is Charles DaCosta.
Evening, Commissioners. My name is Charles DaCosta. I have been a resident of Kitsap County for over 25 years. I'm a registered professional nuclear engineer and a mechanical engineer, and a veteran from the United States Air Force. I have worked for the Navy for over 40 years, repairing, building, and designing nuclear submarines. I want to point out to you a major injustice happening to our Kitsap County, which is the closure of the Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club, and request your assistance in fully opening the Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club. The Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club has been operating in Kitsap County for almost 100 years and will be celebrating its 100th anniversary next year. The Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club has never had a reportable accident over its entire existence, and has trained gun enthusiasts, police departments, and the local military community for years. The Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club was fully approved and permitted for operation by this same board in a ruling by the Kitsap County Commissioners on 7 September 1993. And I have a copy of that ruling right here, which I'll give to the board. The Kitsap County has passed different permitting rules years ago and wanted the Kitsap Rifle and Revolver Club to comply with these new rules of operation. And since the Kitsap Rifle Revolver Club was grandfathered in to fully permitted operation in Kitsap County, it felt it did not have to file another permit, but did so under protest and presented it to the commissioners for approval with thousands of pages of documentation. It is still pending. The U.S. Constitution in Article 1, Section 9 provides that no bill of attainder or ex post facto law shall be passed. Imposing a new law on Kitsap Rifle Revolver Club with different requirements than originally qualified is a violation of the Constitution. I am requesting the commissioners take action, please, to reopen the Kitsap Rifle Revolver Club. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll make sure Dana gets that for the record. All right, Dana, is there anybody online who wishes to speak?
Let me see. And yes, we do have one. Beth Nichols, I'll allow you to speak. You can go ahead.
Hi, this is Doug Heyman, Beth's husband. I just wanted to make a comment about a recent change that happened with the boundaries of the Port of Kingston and the Port of Eglon, which is just kind of, it's a little odd and a little suspicious. There's a section where they've redone the boundary and Eglon has handed it over to Kingston, and it travels this narrow strip north through tribal property of the Port Gamble S'Klallam tribe. And then it goes across Point Julia to Port Gamble. And it appears to be an attempt to annex part of Port Gamble. And I had written to the or to the auditor for Kitsap County, and I CC'd Commissioner Rolfs. I think you were on vacation at the time. But I would just like the commissioners to be aware. And it just seems like it's, being that most of Port Gamble is owned by Olympic Property Group or the subsequent corporate name changes, that I was wondering if they're trying to get around the radiant rezone and trying to, bundle themselves in with the Port of Kingston. And it just seems like an odd process for them to be doing this thing of going through tribal property and then crossing the water to add part of Port Gamble to Port Kingston and possibly annex it for some other purpose. And it just seems like something that needs to be on the commissioner's radar for, detailed scrutiny. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Normally, we don't normally comment on public comment, but I would say that I saw your email. The ports don't have zoning authority, so just know that. And we're working with the auditor's office to kind of unravel what is going on with that. So thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Thank you.
And no one else is raising their hand.
Okay. All right. Thank you, folks in the audience who sat through our meeting today and spent time preparing notes and presenting your comments and feedback to us. The last thing on our agenda is Board of Commissioner comments, and then we'll adjourn. Commissioners, is there Commissioner Root, do you have anything to share?
Wow, there's a lot to share. I think I'll refrain from a lot of, but there's a lot of important issues that are going on around District 2 specifically. We have ongoing communications and public outreach with the Banner Forest. So that's ongoing, which is a lot of passionate neighbors of mine, which I listened to carefully, and we're going to be listening to here pretty soon, September 30th. I think there's a public meeting in Olala where everyone can come out and hear some good information. Also, we have thank you to KRC coming out. This has been an ongoing issue that we're working through. I think it's important, and I appreciate everybody's involvement with that. We have kind of some new code that might be coming out that's in talks right now, and that's the equestrian talking about how that's going to kind of affect the way we do things here in Kitsap County, but that's up for discussion, and we're receiving a lot of information on that. So we're listening, we're reading, we're trying to absorb as much as possible. And I think I had 25 emails before I even came down here to the public meeting today. So a lot going on, and we have a year of the rural public process coming up. Looks like a couple dates here that should be noted. Our comment period starts on Tuesday, September 2nd. So you can go to the webpage and you can start submitting your comments for Year of the Rural. And then as September 11th rolls around, presentations and open houses starting at 5 p.m. hybrid, and then 6 p.m. for open house. That's here in the chambers. And then Tuesday, September 23rd, the Planning Commission hearing will be going on. And that's at 5:30, both virtual and in person, right here at the Commissioners' Chambers. And then November 10th, Semper Fi. Happy birthday, Marines. Board of County Commissioners hearing, 5:30, same thing right here. So we have, go to the website, it'll have everything listed on the website. We also have these Year of the Rural handouts that have a QR code on there, so you can kind of track it there if you didn't get it there, but it's going to be very important. Please, if it's important, if it's something that falls in your genre and it's important to you, please, we want to hear from you. So that's a lot going on.
Good. Commissioner Walters?
Yeah, I have a couple things to bring up about this coming weekend. On Saturday, September 13th, you're welcome to join our Public Works crew for a Silverdale Sweep. It's a cleanup event. And so we're going to be cleaning up the 3-mile stretch of Silverdale Way. And so you're invited to come join us. We'll be meeting at the parking lot south of Whistle Workwear. And there is a sign-up sheet to RSVP on the website as well. If you want to just put in Silverdale Sweep, it'll bring you to the sign-up sheet. You might have also, if you're signed up for those notifications, you can see it there, but we'll be starting at 9 a.m. And volunteers ages 15 and up are welcome, and youth volunteers who are 15 to 17 must be accompanied by a parent or an adult. And we'll have the high visibility vests, litter grabbers, and gloves and litter bags for you. But it also sounds like there's going to be free donuts, coffee, and stickers. So you want to join us for that. And if you're not in Silverdale, there's another event going on in Bremerton that same morning starting at 10. And it's one of my favorite events is the Bridging Bremerton, and it'll begin at Evergreen Pizza and hosted by Josh Farley, who will give you a little bit of history of the area as we walk from bridge to bridge. So there's a couple really great opportunities to either volunteer or to learn a little bit more about your community with the Bridge to Bridge event. And they just did a refresh of like all the little paint on the roads, the little starfish. So it's going to be fun.
I wanted to mention that I represented the board yesterday at the 9/11 Sacrifice of Service event at the Marvin Williams Center, and that this Thursday is 9/11. And we don't have a meeting that day, but I wanted to I don't know if we fly the flag at half mast, but I wanted to just acknowledge that that's a significant day. We won't be meeting and we won't have the opportunity to as a group, honor those who lost their lives, but just wanted to raise that. And also, both Bremerton and Bainbridge Island had proclamations in recognition of the people that lost their lives in 9/11, and we should do that too. I don't know why we don't.
Yeah,
So,
we usually do.
do we usually have a
Yeah, we've had
proclamation?
one in the past.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we'll have to remember,
let's
put
do
that
it
for
in
next year.
2026 tickle file. So,
Because we had it to read.
okay. With that, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you everyone for joining us.